Hello, I'm Reggie Dentmore with LearnMMD.com. I wanted to make this little video to show you how to quickly get started with MikuMikuDance. From the LearnMMD.com home page, you can use the step-by-step instructions button. At the top of step-by-step is a download button where you can get your own copy of MikuMikuDance 7.39, the DirectX version. On this page also are some basic instructions to get you started. Open the program, make yourself a little desktop icon, take a look at the features on the stage. We're going to see that there's a frame counter, the frame chart with the list of the bones, the basic coordinate axis, and some buttons to help you get started. We're going to load a character. We'll see how to create a simple animation. We're going to play the sample dances. And back at LearnMMD's homepage, there's a How-To tab. If you click that, you'll get to a page that looks like this that has a lot of interesting information that you'll want to know as you grow with LearnMMD. Going back to the top here, we're going to load MikuMikuDance. That link takes you to my downloads page, and the very top download on the page is for MikuMikuDance 7.39. When you click the button there, you'll be asked if you want to save or open, and you'll want to save, and click OK and download the program. It's a 5 megabyte download, so depending on your connection speed it can take a little while. I've already downloaded mine, so I'm going to click cancel. After you download it, you'll get a zip folder like this one. I double clicked it to open it. I'm going to click that folder and then extract all files, and just go with the defaults, and you'll wind up with that folder on your desktop. What's kind of fun about MikuMikuDance is it doesn't install, it just runs from the folder on your desktop. If someday you decided you don't want it anymore, you could drag it to the trash and be done. There's no uninstall. So there we go. It's unzipped. It's showing me the folder. I'm going to close everything. There's my original zip, and here's the new folder. I'm going to drop that in there just to keep it. If I open it up, you'll see that there is the MikuMikuDance.exe, the actual program. There's a data file that you'll probably never have to look in, and there's a user file that contains a lot of folders that you will be using. Your accessory folder where you'll be saving stages and props and those kinds of things. There's a model folder for your dancers. You can save pose files. You can save your music as wave files. There's a place to store background pictures, a place to save motion files, and I guess this is a voice file to help you lip sync. I'm going to go back and create a desktop icon for Miku here just by right-clicking on it and create shortcut. I'm going to drag the shortcut up onto the desktop, close the main window. So there she is. Now I can double-click that to open the program. When you open MikuMikuDance, you get the security warning, and this little checkbox here says always ask before opening this file. Well, I don't want to see that every time, so I'm going to uncheck the box. Now it'll just open next time without having a security warning. And there it is, one big empty stage. So a few things to see here. There's the frame counter that shows you what frame you're on as you view your animation. There's a bone chart, I call it, the bone list, where for the various models all their parts will be listed here. I'm going to load the sample dance so we can check it out. We'll just go to New, Open. The basic program only comes with 2 dances, the sample and the sample all-star. Let's do the sample. And there it is. Push play down here in the corner, and there she goes. It is a good sample for everything MikuDance has to offer, MikuMikuDance. You can see the lights on the floor, laser beams, lighting effects in the background. camera motions, the character dancing like a mad thing. It's pretty fun. There you go. If I open the other sample dance, sample all stars, this one is more of a challenge for your computer because it has so many dancers. You need a pretty fast running computer and a good graphics card to make it work. See all those people. If I push play, away they go. I'm seeing down here 53, 46, 50 frames per second, 49, 46, 47. The animation is actually trying to run at 60 frames per second, so my computer is not able to keep up. I'm going to stop the play. Under View, at the very bottom, you can set your maximum frames per second restricted to 30 or restricted to 60. I'm going to restrict it to 30. That's the YouTube standard anyway, so that works for me. 30 frames per second, push play. And if I look here, I can see 30 frames per second. My computer is able to keep up at that speed. A lot of graphic cards are not strong enough to run MikuMikuDance. A lot of computers, the older computers, may not have enough, fast enough processor to run MikuMikuDance. I have a cheap laptop that won't run MikuMikuDance, so your computer has to be pretty sharp to run this program. This computer that I'm running now came with a weak graphics card, and everything was herky-jerky looking, so I did an upgrade to a 1 megabyte cache on my video card, and now I'm good. So that's the basics there. I'm going to close, well, I'm going to open a new one. I just push open, and, excuse me, I want to do new. And it says the existing state will be annulled. Are you okay? Meaning you haven't saved yet. Are you good? Yes, I'm good. Okay. So there's the empty screen again. Down here it says camera light accessory, and if I click the down list there, there's nothing else there. I can load a model from right there. Load. Let's pick Miku. Okay. And there she is. I'm going to click select here. And by rolling my mouse wheel, I'm able to zoom in and zoom out. I have a 3-button mouse here, and the center button of the wheel lets me zoom in and out. You can also zoom in and out using this magnifying glass and just dragging it. So I'm going to drag down, drag up. This little guy lets you drag left and right and up and down. You can do them both at once. This guy down here involves moving the model's bones, and I'll get there in just a second. So one of the fun ways to move around the screen that took me months to figure out was just to put the arrow to the right there and right click and drag. And gosh, when I discovered that, it was like, wow, incredible. So those are the two easiest ways to move around, by doing a right click and drag, and then if you click and hold the center button on the mouse and drag, you can do motions side to side. So that lets you like move her over there, and then you can drag the other one and get all around, see whatever you want to see. In the 3D program, that's pretty important. So I'm going to take a look at Miku's bones here by clicking select. Every one of those blue and red items is a bone. One is already red. It's selected. That's the center bone. When you first load a model, usually it's the center bone that's already selected. You can see on the bone list over here, it's red. You can rotate and you can move. If you rotate, you just put the mouse on and drag. And you can see I'm bending her this way and that. Go this way and that. And I can use on a circle here to do this way. And if you view her from the side, you can also bend her front and back. Well, maybe you can. There we go. Yeah. So the center bone is pretty powerful. It really controls most of the body. The other thing that keeps you from moving Miku off the center spot on stage is her leg IK bones. Over here in the list, you'll see the IKs. It says plus IK, so I clicked it. Now there's a list of the IK bones. And the important ones, the most important, there's the leg IK left. You can see it hit there. And there's the leg IK right. By holding down the shift key, I can click IK left, IK right's already selected, and I can also click the center bone. And now with just those three connected, I can move Miku anywhere. This X, Y, Z axis, you'll find by playing with them and using them as sliders. You slide up and down while dragging. You can move left and right. You can move up and down right through the floor. And you can move front and back. Using the other ones, they're rotators, so you can rotate. I haven't saved any of these positions yet. Right now it's on frame 0. If I click to frame 1, she'll snap back to her last saved position. So by doing that, you saw her change position. Now she's in her home position again. I'm going to go up to the face and show you the face real quick. This little section here controls the face. You can blink the eyes. You can do what they call the eye smile. This one here was close them. Wink. Oh, come on there. There we go. This one says mouse. I'm sure it's supposed to be mouth. If I slide the slider, you can open the, that's the A sound, the ah. These are like Latin vowels. It's ah, e, u, o, and then there's grin. So we can make the grin happen. You can see your mouth move a little bit. If we also move the A, now you can see there's a smiling A, or ah. So I'm going to slide it over and register it. So now that position is locked. I'm in frame 1 for some reason, but there it is, locked in frame 1. That ah, same thing. If I register that, it too is now locked in frame 1. So frame 0 has no expression. And frame 1 has the ones I just locked into place. I'm going to buzz out to frame 30. And I typed in the 30 and I push enter. That's one way, a fast way to move frames. A slow way to go frame by frame is clicking these little arrows here. You can also hold down the arrow keys to move through the frames. And if you hold down the arrow, it zooms through the animation. It took me months to discover that. It was really a wide awakening. Wow, look at that. Far out when I discovered I could do that. You can also move a few at a time by just clicking. That's frame 30. If I click 35, now it's on 35, 40. So you can move that way too. You can move 5 at a time by clicking those guys. So now it's on frame 30. I'm going to zoom out a little bit. And in select mode, it shows you all the bones you can choose, and you can choose them. And as you do so, you can see them light up on the chart over here. But what I want to do this time is turn off the select so I can't see the bones. Go ahead and just manually choose the center bone by clicking center. Now I can use these guys to make my maneuver here. I want to just make her bend down a little bit. And I'm going to register that position. That's in frame 30. I'm going to buzz out to frame 60. I'll go 5 at a time here. There we go. Frame 60. I'm going to stand her back up. In fact, I'm going to jump her up. I'm going to register that. Then I'm going to move out just a few frames. I'll go 10. So now I'm at frame 70. And I'll put her back down with a little bounce here, a little bit bend in the knees and register. And we'll go a few more just for 5. And we'll stand her up again. There we go. And register that. Now if I push play, she's going to do that little deep knee bend for me with a jump at the end. There we go. So that's up through frame 75. If I push the little repeat button over here, now it'll play like an endless loop. Pretty fun. I'm going to turn that off. This down here, these windows show you how long your animation is going to be. If you take a look at the sample dance, it goes from 0 to 733 frames. my little animation so far only goes out to 75. So if I put 0, tab 75 into there and push play, that's what she's doing. 75 frames and then stop. I can put a bigger number like 125 in there. My animation only goes to 75, so for the last 50 frames she'll be just standing around. If I push repeat, you'll be able to see those 50 frames more easily because she finishes her jump and stands there for a while before she repeats. There we go. I'll turn that off. You can also start from the middle. Instead of starting at 0, I can make it start at 45, let's say, and push play. And it starts from 45 instead of from 0. So if I'm trying to fine-tune some little action, that's how you can zero in and not have to play the whole video to find your place. You can set a little window right there for it. The other thing you can do, I'm going to put that back to 0, is use this from frame, it says. So from there, I can set my window over here to like frame 40, enter. And now it's going to play from frame 40 till the end of 125. I push play, she picks it up there at frame 40. Or I could enter a bigger number like frame 80, where there is no animation after frame 80, but it's going to play from 80 to 125. And there's that little bit going on. So I'll turn off the from frame. Now she'll go from 0 to 125. Now you know a little bit about it. The last thing I wanted to show you was the camera motions real fast. The camera light accessory, this is how you switch between models here. You can load multiple models, and as you do, this list will grow longer. Camera light accessory, I'm going to go to frame 0, enter. It lets you save motions for the camera just like we save motions for the dancer. I'm going to pick a start position for the camera over here. And it's in frame 0, so I just register it. Then I'm going to move out to frame 40, just for fun. I don't know why 40. Come over here, register that one. I'm going to go out to frame 80, enter. And I'm going to come up here and register that one. Then I'll go to frame 120. Enter, and we'll come right down here and zoom in on her face and register. So now my camera has all those different moves spread over the frames, and when I push play, we'll be able to see Miku's motion because she already has recorded motion, and we'll see the camera motion as well. I'm going to go to frame 0, start from the beginning. There we go. Push play. And there we go, one instant animation. I hope that's enough to get you started. Have fun with MikuMikuDance. It is a lot of fun. There's a lot to learn. LearnMMD.com tries to be a source for information to keep you coming back for more. So have fun with it. Take care.